I'm Phonse King, and today it's Cooking with Phonse. We're going to be cooking rotisserie chicken, well, using the rotisserie chicken spice on some chicken breast. We're also going to be cooking with the Montreal steak spice. We're going to be doing that on some peppers, some onion, and some mushrooms. And in the rice that we're serving up, we're going to use the Nourish broth. We're also going to be doing some broccoli and cauliflower in the steamer as well. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the Epicure rotisserie chicken on chicken breast, okay? And yeah, it's simple. You just want to grab a plate. You're going to want to use a cooking spray to make sure that your chicken doesn't stick on. Just simply, you can coat it as much as you want. You can do it lightly. I've got some picky eaters in the house, so I do some really heavy and I do some really light. The last ones, of course, won't have that much at all because you're going to get most of it on the first few. Smear it around. A little bit of flavor on it. Now, something else that you can use on chicken breast that's really good, and I found that was great from Epicure, is the burger spice. All right, it's not just for burgers. I use the burger spice on chicken, I'll use it on pork chops, I'll use it on anything. But tonight, we're using the rotisserie chicken from Epicure. All you do is just pop it in the oven. It takes about 20-25 minutes and it's ready to serve. Okay, now the other thing that we're gonna have with supper tonight, along with the chicken breast and the steamed vegetables, is a little bit of stir-fry vegetable as well. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing a few colored peppers along with mushrooms and onions. First thing we're gonna do with that is a little bit of olive oil in a frying pan. I use a fair bit. And of course, you're gonna wanna heat that up. I like cutting the peppers up in strips. You can cube them, you can do whatever you want with them. And the other spice that we're gonna use with our veggies tonight is the Montreal steak spice. It's great on veggies. So we're gonna heat up the olive oil a bit. We're gonna drop this in the pan along with the mushrooms and the onions. So we're gonna first wanna peel up this onion. All right, so once you get that done, I usually put the onions in first. They're going to take the longest, right? Then a little bit, I'll put in the peppers. And of course, you can always use canned mushrooms. There's nothing wrong with canned mushrooms, but the fresh mushrooms, I don't know, they always seem to taste a little bit better. Now, with your onions and peppers, you're only going to want them at a medium heat. Once you get the oil nice and hot, you can always turn it down to a medium heat. So I usually start off on high and then drop it back to a simmer. The mushrooms don't take long at all, so I usually put them on last. But like I said, I'm going to be using a little bit of Montreal steak spice. Add a little bit of flavor to those veggies. Just got to turn over the onions and the peppers. Now, like I said, I am using olive oil, extra virgin olive oil on the peppers and the onions, well, of course, the mushrooms as well. You can use a cooking spray if you wish. It's entirely up to you. Once again, keep it simple. Okay, so after the onions cook for a little while, you got your mushrooms, just add them in with the peppers and the onions. I usually just leave them there on top, add a little bit more Montreal steak spice, and you're just gonna wanna cover it. Mushrooms don't take long at all, you're just softening them up. Just mix the mushrooms in with the peppers and the onions. We're still waiting on our chicken. Our chicken's gonna be another few minutes, almost done. Like I said, the veggies, the steamed veggies you can hold on to for a little while, simply because they only take 5 or 6 minutes. All right, so next up we're gonna prepare our vegetables for the steamer. So we're doing broccoli and cauliflower in the steamer, so simply just chop that up. Of course, that's going into the compost for the rest of our garden. This year, we didn't do much in our own garden, in our own greenhouse. We're getting a lot of our vegetables from Lester's Farm. They have actually a subscription program where you basically sign up and you pay so much and you get fresh vegetables. I can't remember if it's every week or every other week. Anyway, so just break that up, and you're gonna wanna put that into your steamer, right? So make sure the little thing is in there to keep the veggies up. And of course, you can use whatever veggies you like in the steamer. Now, you can put some spices on this as well, depending on what your tastes are like. I do like, myself and my wife, we do like the poke picante on the veggies. The kids do not. A little too spicy for them. So I'm just going to be doing this plain. So all you're going to want to do with your steamer, put about a cup of water in it. Put it in there. We usually do the veggies for about 5 to 7 minutes is usually enough to just soften them up. Now, our steamed veggies, they look like they're pretty well done. Yep, they look like they're near perfect. So we're gonna just keep an eye on the veggies, and we're also gonna check on the chicken. So once you're done with supper, you're gonna want some dessert, and a great dessert is the Epicure Citrus Lime No Bake Cheesecake. Spoiler alert, there is some baking, well, at least the way I do it. I just take a pie crust, and you're gonna wanna bake that, but you could always do this with graham crackers or graham cracker crumbs in the bottom of a pan, or you could just eat it as its own dessert. It is delicious. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to soften up your cream cheese. And you're going to want to put that in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And once you have that softened up, you can add your citrus. Now, you can do this with an actual lime. I, of course, prefer lime over lemon. But now, when we often make this, sometimes the kids say it's too much lime. But quite frankly, I'm making this dessert for me, not for them. So I like 3 squirts. Yeah, that's plenty. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to soften this up. Make sure it's like, oh, that's nice and soft, right? Mix it up, right? Now, I usually use a fork just to kind of get it started. And then you're just going to want to, of course, mix it up nice, medium speed. Mix in all that lime juice. Okay. Now, the other thing that you have to add is a little bit of whipping cream. So it's 1.5 cups of whipping cream. Okay, and then you're going to want to add the last half. So 3 halves to get 1.5 cups. Now, once you have it all mixed up, then you're going to want to add this. Now, you're going to want to mix this for about 2 or 3 minutes at a medium speed. Then simply just pour it all into your pie crust. Delicious. And then you're going to want to put this into the freezer for about 2 hours. The citrus lime no-bake cheesecake is good for about 36 little tarts, or one 9 to 10 inch pie crust, or of course, if you've got like a glass casserole dish, just put down a little bit of graham cracker crumbs in the bottom, put it on top. Once again, put it in the freezer for about 2 hours. It's good to serve, or even just as a topping with a little bit of fruit. You're only limited by your own imagination, so whatever your family likes or you like, go for that and experiment a little. It's a great dessert. Once again, this is Cooking with Phonse. If you have any questions, by all means, leave them in the comments, and myself and my cohorts will do our best to answer them to the best of our knowledge. And if you're interested in any of the products, by all means, you can order them right off the website. Also, be sure to like and follow. You can find purchase details in the comments as well. You guys have a great day.